The stench of garbage hangs in the air at this housing complex near Moscow. On many days the air is so polluted, people living here fall ill. The problem is this dump site 8 kilometers away, one of the largest in Europe.
My daughter and I were coughing all night and my daughter was vomiting. She is 3 years old. I went to the doctors and they said, close your windows. When I asked if we should leave this area, they said it was our decision. But if you live in this area, you better take care of yourself. Not everyone has the ability to leave.
After protests earlier this year, the government closed 25 landfill sites, but the garbage doesn't stop piling up. And that puts extra pressure on the remaining 14 dumps. Residents say the smell and health concerns got even worse when it was decided to burn toxic gases which are released from the landfills. The government is now planning to transport millions of tons of garbage to several regions, one more than 1,000 kilometers from Moscow, by train and by truck. We are not allowed to go beyond this gate, but this is one of the destinations for Moscow's trash. Over 800 hectares of what used to be designated farmland in the pristine region here of Kaluga will be turned into a so-called eco-techno park, or as local activists like to call it, a huge garbage dump. The authorities told a local television station the park will contain a waste sorting facility and will generate energy out of rubbish. The report emphasizes the economic benefits for Kaluga region. But Boris LISHUTIN, who has investigated the plan, says the proposed park will include a large landfill and doesn't expect to see great efforts made to limit the environmental impact.
When hundreds of 40-ton garbage trucks start moving here, dust will cover kilometers of soil, and not to mention the pollution that will come from burning trash, which will travel more than 20 kilometers. Toxic substances will be everywhere.
Questions from Al Jazeera to the Moscow government about the project have remained unanswered. Activists say the government is legally obliged to develop clean waste management.
But the regional governments don't want to implement this law because they're in tight relations with businesses, and all of these dumps are in private hands. The state doesn't have anything to do with them.
Tatjana Lapina says no sane person would have come up with the plan to move the trash from one area to another. Even those living in Kaluga region who were initially in favor of the plan have changed their minds. But local authorities refuse to let them hold a protest. Moscow's waste is not only an environmental problem, but a political one too. Vaessen, Al Jazeera, Kaluga region.